Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. R. Vanithamani, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I'm going to take App Development CCS332 for Regulation 2021. Today's topic, we are going to see responsive web design. In that, we are going to see following subtopic. Set the viewport, attributes on the viewport, size content to the viewport, images, flexbox, CSS script layout. Now we can see the definition for responsive web design. Responsive web design is using HTML and CSS to automatically resize, hide, string, or enlarge a website to make it look good on all devices like desktop, tablet, and phones. To create a responsive website, add following tag to your all website and websites. In that, you can specify the meta tag, name equal to viewport, content equal to device with the initial scaling as 1.0. Set the viewport. Pages optimized for variety of devices must include a meta view tag in the head of the document. A viewport tag gives the browser instruction on how to control the pages, dimension, and scaling. To attempt to provide the best experience, mobile browser render the page at a desktop screen with desktop screen with, and then try to make the content look better by increasing the font size and scaling the content to fit the screen. This means the font size may appear inconsistency to the user. User may have to double tap or pinch to zoom into the inner to see and interact with the content. Further, you can give the following tag here in your each and every web pages. You got to specify the scaling as a one. Then we can specify the content as a device with. You can specify the name as viewport. Ensure the access of viewport. In addition to, you got to specify the initial scaling as maximum scale, minimum scale, and user scale. Maximum scale is specifying the largest zoom is allowed. Then minimum scale is specifying the smallest zoom allowed. Then user scale is allowing the allowing the which is used to scaling is allowed or not, or preventing the zooming here. Now we can see the size of content to the viewport. On both desktop or mobile devices, users are allowed to scrolling the website vertically but not horizontally, forcing the user to scroll the horizontal to or zoom out in order to see the whole page's results in a pure user experience. When developing the mobile site, with the meta viewport, it easily accidentally create a page content does not quite fit within the specified viewport. For example, image that is displayed at a width wider than viewport can cause the viewport to scroll horizontally. User should adjust the content to fit within the width of viewport so that the user does not need to scroll horizontally. The content is not sized correctly for the viewport. Lighthouse audit can help you automated the process of detecting the overflowing content. Now can deal with the images. The images has fixed dimension, and if it is larger than viewport, will cause a scroll bar. A common way to deal with the problem is to give the all images maximum width of 100%. This will cause the images to string fit the spaces it has. Should the viewport be smaller than images. However, because the maximum size or maximum width rather than the width of 1000%, the image will not stretch sucher than the natural size. It is generally safe to add following your style sheet so that you will never have problem with the images causing the scroll bar. For that, you can specify the following tag in your web page. For dealing with Fluxbox, the layout, it is a layout method. It is dealing the when you have a set of items having different sizes and you would like them to fit comfortably in a row or rows. With a smaller item taking the less space and larger one get the more space. For that, you can specify the following tag in your web page. CSS grid layout. CSS grid layout allows for straightforward creating the flexible grid. If you consider the earlier quoted example, rather than creating our column with a percentage, we can use layout and FR unit, which represent the portion of the available in space in the container. For that, you can specify the following tag in this one. That is display as a grid template column as a 1 FR and 3 FR. Use CSS media query for responsive to provide the different styles for printing. You need to target your types of output so that you can include the styles with the printed styles as follows. For that, you can specify the references print.css and media as a print, and you can specify the references as styles. You can specify the link tag in this one. Thank you.